What's up, it's Nez and hey friendos, and welcome back for some more Monster Prom Modtool. Today we'll be checking out the court of Killian Dúbh. The mod's creator didn't really link any social media, so if you want to learn more, just go to the mod homepage down below. But with that said, it's a new day, a new mod to check out, and a new character to possibly boink. Let's go! 1 player, second term, short game. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Who are you? Let's play as Red this time.
Let's start a fire!
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom date, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Wally Geist, 22 ? A party ghost with insatiable hunger for all of the wrong things. Damon LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam the Line Cord, 4XX. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was a truly lovable dork. Zoe, forever! An eldritch cutie who went from endless dating to Dark Realms' ultimate fangirl. Calculester Hewlett-Packard 1.0. A library computer had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin, 23. A mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear, it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. We're no more, we're using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever, TM, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start! So, how would you talk a cop out of arresting you? We will use our gaming skills. Everyone knows that a police officer has to drop any charges on you if you beat them in a fair game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's your chance to fix global warming, go ahead. The world is doomed, fuck it. But I'll start investing in ships and start a profitable business for the soon-to-be covered by water world. If you were an ice cream, which flavor would you be? Ikasumi. And you find your zodiac sign to be inaccurate. Design your own personal zodiac sign. The Regal 1%. Back to Spooky High to check out a new mod. I wonder what the character is gonna be like. First off, to the library to go buy the item. There are 3 items in this mod. We might need to come back for another episode to check out the others. But for now, we will buy the weird bronze coin. What's this? You don't know, nya? And I thought you were cool. How are we supposed to know what this weird fucking coin is? Whatever, let's buy it. It's only $2. Aha!
Catch you later.
Yeah, bye shopkeep. We have this oh so weird coin with the face of a deer on it. And there he is! Hello, friendo! As you make your way over to your chosen table, it dawns on you that it's looking quite a bit more cramped than usual. And not just by Scott's huge himbo biceps. You quickly realize that Zoe and Scott are both joined by Killian. Zoe seems to be fiercely questioning him and taking notes, while Scott... Ooh, hello, Killian! I'm just happy to be here! Oh look, it's Nez! Hey, Nez! So, the Fae live in courts which are based around the seasons, huh? There's a little bit more to it than just that, but it's the easiest way to explain it, yes. Oh, hello! Holy shit! You know who you remind me of? You definitely remind us of Lewis from Beastars. You let Killian finish before boldly interrupting. What's going on? Zoe was kind enough to grab me a lunch tray while I was busy on, well, let's call it business. Since everything has a price, I agreed to 10 minutes of questioning for her latest fanfic. Then what about Scott? Well, you try telling him no. You have a point there. You can't! I still have a minute left, but I still can't think of anything else to ask. Scott's idea was to just find out about Killian's friends, which doesn't help. Any ideas, Nez? Ideas? Sure, you've got a few. No one said they were any good, but Zoe did ask for that. Hit him with your best. What should we ask Killian? This is a great introduction to our new character. Any dark secrets suitable for a big plot twist, or tell us all about your friends. We want to learn all about your dark secrets, Killian. Why do you have a magnifying glass in your jacket? To your credit, it only takes you about 15 seconds to realize why you probably shouldn't ask someone for their deepest, darkest secrets up front. You begin an apology, though I'm surprised you know the meaning of the word, but Killian stops you before you muster the first word. While it is more than slightly rude, I do have to actually answer the question. My word is a binding contract. That said, I only agreed to tell Zoe. Wait, what? You're not even gonna tell us? As such, he leans across the table to whisper his secrets directly to Zoe, his hand quickly tossing up a privacy charm for good measure. What? Privacy charm? Weird that it looks like a middle finger raised at you. Magic is crazy. Wait, what? Aha, you're what? Okay. Wait, she did what? And they all, wow. And so that's who the cat in your apartment is. Wait, what? What about a cat? Wow, Killian, that's kind of heavy. I'm sorry we asked. Tell us about your secrets. Scott and I are clueless. You weren't the one to ask, my dear. However, I trust you're willing to keep this one under your hat. Under her tentacles, maybe? Your secrets are safe with me. And with me? Mostly because I don't know it. That's why you're my favorite, Scott. He is also our favorite. He is everyone's favorite. Yay! Well, you were kind of a dick, but you managed to help Zoe learn what she wanted to know, even if she'd never admit it. In any other circumstance, this would probably be off-putting, but Zoe's giving you a pretty pleased look. Looks like it's no secret Zoe's fond of your detective work. Hooray! That was cool. Now let's spend more time with Killian. Where should we go? Let's go to the bathrooms. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits but you gain 2 boldness. However, you'd be lying if you said you were really focused on that. You're more focused on this weird bronze coin that you brought. Seriously, as I'm speaking as a friend here, what is it with you and buying random trash? Don't you have a future to save up for? Hell, you could just save up and buy a copy of Human Prom or something. Well, whatever. You're certain one of your class will come along any minute now and reveal the fundamental truth to this item and why it wasn't such a dumb purchase. Hey boo, I didn't know you had a court token. Wait, what? Court token? Called it. And Vera said you weren't cool. I knew you were cool, boo. That we are. I'm going to the court right now. Come on, let's go get drunk and play strip roulette. Yes please, let us indeed play strip roulette. But Vera thinks you're not cool, Polly thinks you are, drunk, strip, there's too much for you to handle right here and now. In fact, you're still processing all of this and you might be lingering on the strip thing, you thirsty devil, as Polly begins to lead you through school. Across the hall and over the rooms, upstairs, downstairs, and some straight up MC Escher directions, don't even try to follow it. At the end, you're stood in front of an unassuming door to which it looks like a janitor's closet at the bottom of a tall stairwell. Polly is hammering on the door excitedly. Bree, let me in, girl. It's me and Nez. We want to party. Wait, Bree? Who's Bree? Well, you hold your horses, a voice replies as the door opens. And they say we banshees scream the place down. Not my fault you were taking forever, girl. Is Leonie on the bar tonight? She is, but more importantly, brought a friend, Polly. Well, hello, Killian! What kind of deep dark sex dungeon did we come across? My name's Killian. I run the Court Casino and Speakeasy. Oh, Court Casino and Speakeasy! Why is this in the school? If Polly trusts you enough to give you a token, you can make yourself at home. Well, she didn't give it to us, but we just bought it, so fair's fair. Wait, I didn't give him a token. Did you? If I were you, I'd be coating my tongue in silver and trying to convince me to let you keep that token. Wow, we bought this fair and square for like 1 or 2 monster dollars. I value the court's secrecy and I'd be happy to let someone die for it. Hey, wait, we are way too young to die. We've maybe got like 20 years left because of global warming. Wow, good job. You stumbled into a secret club completely by accident and blew it in the first 10 seconds. Better come up with a good reason for them to let you stay, and quick. Okay, what do we do to make sure we don't end up like Polly? Tell him with no fear or uncertainty that you want to speak to his manager, or you plan on playing blackjack with this priceless heirloom diamond, but if you're not welcome, then we could just take it somewhere else. Well, yeah, Killian, this is a casino. You want our diamond? You pull out a massive gemstone from your skin pocket and immediately blind several patrons as a brilliant stone catches the light.
Whoa.
Your hand trembles as you offer it towards the stunned Fae as you carry the legacy of generations of your clan in your hand. An item of such limitless value that parting is the sweetest sorrow. Or at least you hope that's what it looks like, because you got like 7 of these when you got drunk, took Eat the Rich to the natural conclusion, and robbed the place of all it was worth. Well, it seems we've got a new high roller, Polly. I'll take that as collateral and buy-in. You're totally being ripped off by this, but at least he's no longer trying to kill you. Great! With that rationale internalized, you pass the gem over gladly as it disappears into one of Killian's many pockets. Come, let me give you the tour. I'll even twist the forearms of Leonie, my bar manager, to giving you a free drink. Oh, free drinks! Haha, yes! Nothing top shelf, of course. You're only carrying bronze after all. Okay, fair is fair.
Awesome, Bill.
Hell yeah, court's in session, Nez. Hope you're up to the task. Well, you lost one of that rich asshole's diamonds, but in exchange, you gained entry into an invite-only secret speakeasy and casino. It seems like what he would have wanted. Still, the court. Ominous name aside, you get the feeling this place could be an exciting new adventure. Or at least, a place to skip class. Either works. Take 2 boldness because I forgot to give it to you after you literally ate that rich dude, and 1 charm for successfully driving a hard bargain with a trickster fae. Ooh, we made a bargain with an Irish fae. Somehow I think this might not end up well for us. But whatever. Where do we hang out? Let us go... Actually, wait. Let's go say hi to Shopkeep first because we're skipping this event. And then we're going to lunch. Because I want to eat with our favorite new fae. Hello, Killian. Killian, my boy, my dude, my fae, what up? As you come up to Veer and Damien's stable, you can't help but feel there's a heavier atmosphere than normal. One born of schemes, revenge, and impending violence. In other words, Tuesday. I'm not going to stand for it, Damien. He's gone too far this time. I literally have 0 investment in what you're saying. But the tone of your voice means you might pay me to break something, and that is something I'm on board with. Before Vera decides to consult her going contractor rate, you elect to interrupt. Who is she mad about and why? That dough-brained fae fixer Killian! He beat me to a vital contract selling magic mushrooms to the fools going to Conchella. Well, don't be afraid of a little competition, Vera. Isn't that what you capitalists love? Those mermaids sure do love magic mushrooms, which is weird because how did they even get a taste for it? Shouldn't they be into, like, cosmic coral instead? As a capitalist, I'm usually all for market competition, but I prefer my competition to be non-competitive. Preferably bound and bloodied and ready for a cutthroat merger. And I'm just here in the hopes I get to hurt somebody. It's almost noon and all I've done is kick Leonard into a trash can. I mean, sure, violent, but it's basically fucking altruism when it's Leonard. Sounds like you have a chance to step in here and suggest a way to get back at Killian, or thinking this was a free and open market. Serious bodily harm and financial loss could occur. But who cares? You're not trying to take him to prom. Wait, we are! What do you mean? Ah, fuck it. You've got a bunch of magic mushrooms, right? Drug him, record the meltdown, then boom, instant blackmail. Or have you considered, and this is a very technical term, so stick with me, excessive violence. Killian seems like a very sneaky type, so having blackmail on him will prove very useful later on. Probably, maybe. I was going to sell it to Polly at bulk, but I like this idea better. Go distract him and I'll do the rest. Technically, you're already guilty of conspiracy, so you might as well go all the way. You wander over to Killian and ask him if he has the luck of the Fae. That's enough to set him on a 45-minute rant about how historically Fae from his country have had 0 luck whatsoever. He's so invested in telling you to read a history book that Vera is able to slip over and pour what looks to be 6 kilograms of dried mushrooms onto his food. With a signal from one of Vera's snakes, Julius Squeezer in case you were wondering, you make your apologies and withdraw to a safe distance as Killian turns his attention back to his food. He apparently doesn't notice a literal mound of mushrooms atop his food, and he devours the meal in 3 swift bites. And within a few moments, Killian is prancing around the cafeteria, utterly naked, while screaming anarchy and kicking over tables. Vera, of course, records the whole thing, keeping the microfilm close to her heart, which might be where you're also starting to wind up. Close to her heart, I mean. You've been on a blackmail microfilm since that one night at the Lux Club. You know, the one with the noodle. Well, never mind. Oh, Killian, we have some blackmail on you. Hopefully you don't change your mind about killing us for joining your secret club. Anyway, where do we go? Let's go to the gym. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. And yet you've already forgotten about all of that as you head to the court, haven't you? Don't lie to me, Nez! You've been spending quite a bit of time there since you secured your entry, hanging out with Polly, Killian, and all the other assorted staff and regulars you may or may not have met. You still feel like there's a lot to learn, like did you know Polly was a captain in Killian's crime syndicate now? Wait, what? How did Polly... Okay, never mind, I'm not actually asking that question. You're glad you found this place, even if it was completely unintentional. And it seemed like today would be like any other day. You've avoided responsibility in the smoky, intimate atmosphere of Killian's court. So yeah, that's why I don't really trust meerkats anymore. I don't care how good the deal was in my insurance. It was not worth being how I died. One of these days, you'll tell the truth about how you died, Polly. I'll tell you if you tell me why you moved here. On second thought, perhaps secrets are sexy, yes. You begin to speak, but before you can, a soul-rendering shriek pierces the air. Most people paid little heed, though you hear the distinct thump of at least one startled corpse hit the table, except for Killian and Polly. All monitors! You hear from a fearful-sounding Breathe a Banshee, the court resident lookout, as she fades into the main lobby. We need to disappear, run for it, it's Principal Giant Spider! And just like that, the court was thrown into chaos, as patrons and staff alike panicked and bolted to escape the impending raid of detention and suspension. No, I'm not going to detention, nor am I letting those damnable monitors find my court. And how are you going to stop them? If Bree's seen them, we don't have long. Killian and Polly aren't coming up with anything fast. Time to step up. Save the court. What do we do to save the court? The best way to keep Principal Giant Spider out? A birthday surprise, or... You've got an Acme paint set and your spirit animal is a coyote. Wait, what? Yeah, no, the second one doesn't make sense. Birthday surprise! Before anyone has time to demand you explain what you just said, though you know everyone wants you to, you barrel through the panic crowds and head straight for the front door of the court. It doesn't take you long to find Principal Giant Spider and his squadron of hall monitors, but you conveniently manage to block the stairwell down to the court. If they slip past you, it's all over. We must hold the door! Hold the door! Hold the door!
What are you doing out of class?
He asks, clearly concerned.
You should be learning.
You tell him you know, and you humbly beg for his forgiveness. You see, you would have asked for his permission, but...
But what?
He asks concerned.
Is everything okay?
You begin to explain how they couldn't ask for his permission, as you all wanted to make a birthday surprise for him. After all, he meant so much to you students that it felt like the least he could do. A stunned silence fell over everyone. The hall monitors regarded you with ultimately deserved suspicion, but a sniffle from Principal Giant Spider broke the silence.
You know,
he begins.
I always wanted that as a side character for you kids. I was always worried that I was just a joke after my husband left me and that health scare I had last fall.
He straightened up then, the glow from his smile reflecting in every single one of his eyes.
To know I'm getting through to you kids is so touching. Even in spite of all of that, it's what I get up in the morning for.
The hall monitors begin to express some doubts, but Principal Giant Spider hushes them gently.
I trust Nez has no reason to lie after all.
As PGS begins to lead the monitors away, in spite of their protest, he thanks you again, and promises to act surprised when the day comes. Given that you have no earthly idea when his birthday actually is, you figure it won't be that hard for him to be actually surprised. Man, PGS has a lot going on, and you kinda built him up with nothing to back it up. I know you didn't know, but that's kind of a dick move. Still, you saved the court, so your quest to smash can continue, even though you just heard the confession of a man barely holding it together. An act that cold deserves 2 boldness and 1 creativity for your quick thinking. And as for thanks for your quick thinking, Killian takes your bronze token and replaces it with a silver one, marking you as a VIP of the court. Sweet! Still get PGS a card. He sounds like he needs it. PGS, we're so sorry we didn't realize that you were such a softie for us kids. We didn't know that you cared. But first, let's go to Shopkeep. Hi, Shopkeep. Bye, Shopkeep. Week 3, noon. Who do we hang out with? Ooh, Killian is all alone. Hello. Sitting by yourself, huh? That's fine, I understand. Someone probably took the table you planned to take. Try not to be upset. Or maybe you finally risen above your thirsty prom nonsense. There's more to life than that, you know. There's more to your friends than how hot they look in their formal clothes, or without them. That's it. You think to yourself, you've finally changed. You're going to sit there and enjoy your, mystery meat. Oh, who are you fucking kidding? Better pray for some secondary character to come and save you from this drab purgatory of barely edible slop. Killian, my boy! Ah, Nez, just the monster I was looking for. Did praying just work? Do you want to ride me? What? Yes? How dare he? Yes, please. Hell yes, all the yes, you are about this! That's the spirit, climb on, no strings attached. And as soon as the words leave the fae's mouth, he begins to shift and distort. In barely a moment, Killian no longer stands before you. Instead stands a stag with dark fur and glowing golden eyes. Wait, what? You are immensely disappointed with this turn of events, but hey, riding a stag could be pretty cool and you'd rather do that than eat whatever the cafeteria was trying to feed you. However, the moment your delightful thighs touch the sides of that stag, he's off to the races, barreling through the cafeteria at frankly ludicrous speeds. He bursts through the wall, with you clinging on for dear, or should we say dear, shut the fuck up game, life. All the while he is picking up speed, faster, faster, and faster. You're going so fast, there's no earthly way of knowing where you're going. You feel as though you can see time itself. It is raining, or is it snowing? Is a hurricane blowing? Yes, the danger must be growing because this deer just keeps going. It keeps going, it is certainly showing no signs that it is slowing. After a few minutes of this nonsense, the stag suddenly stops with a violent lurch, and you sail from its back into the grass of the football field because inertia! You hear the laughter of Killian switching back from his stag form behind you, obviously pleased with the prank. I knew I liked you for a reason, as you're a good sport. Let's do this again sometime. Preferably in your humanoid form, please. Well, not even if he paid you, you think to yourself. Still, the act of breaking the temporal barrier atop the puka has rendered pretty much everything else life can throw at you kinda mundane by comparison. Take 4 boldness for your new fearless outlook on life, and possibly one lasting traumatic event to bring up in therapy. Killian, let us ride you once more. We have a silver token now. What happens if we get a gold token? Well, we become your partner in crime forever. Week 3 evening. Where do we go? Let's go to the auditorium. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you got a blowjob from a ghost. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It'll be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. But forget everything I just said because you're making your way back to the court. You've been spending even more time there of late, enjoying the perks of being a silver coin holder. As you're making your way inside, however, you're surprised at what you see. Vera seems to be having a pretty intense conversation with Polly. Look, Polly, just make this easier on both of us and tell me where Killian is. Girl, I'm telling you, he's not here. He's phoned back home or something. And did he leave my fee? Everyone knows it's a shakedown, Vera. You can just call it that. Legally, I can't and won't. In the same way you won't answer my question, do you have my money? No. And it's not even due for 2 weeks. It was, and now it's due today. Try not to keep me waiting, unless you think you can win the gang war this time. Bye. Holy shit, did we just make business enemies of Vera? Polly, what the fuck? Crap.
Hey, boo.
Oh, Nez, have you been there this whole time? I'm kinda high, so between that and the fact that I wanna cry, I'm not even sure if you're there, boo.
Vera thinks that because this is her turf, and because Killian lost the gang war and agreed to pay protection, we should have to pay protection money. I think that's exactly what this means. You're astounded by Vera's callous adherence to contracts and agreements for a moment, before asking why the court can't just pay the fucking fee. This place seems profitable. We would, but Vera found out that Killian's gone home for a while, so she decided to ask for the month's fee 2 weeks early. We don't have enough money. I don't want to be the reason the court needs to stop. I like it here. I get to be lovable fan favorite polygeist, but with more than just drugs, sexiness, and booze. I mean, there's still lots of that, but I get to do more, you know. Aw, Polly's found a place to belong. Okay, boo, we'll try to help you out. I get to run things, I get to cook, I'm doing work I enjoy. I don't know what to do. It pains you to see Polly like this. Plus, you're fond of Killian too, and losing his pride and joy is probably not an ideal way to keep him on the side. How to raise the money though? How do we do this? Simple. Predatory marketing and customer exploitation, or we bet everything on red. Let's go with predatory marketing and customer exploitation. Of course! Half of the people in here are totally wasted. They'll buy whatever we sell them. I knew I liked you for a reason. Don't get distracted, Nez. You'll have plenty of time to overthink what she meant by that later. You've got customers to scam. The two of you burst into action like your life depended on it, procuring chalkboards to advertise your new drink specials. In hindsight, acting like your life depended on it was appropriate, because it absolutely is. Suppress those fears, Nez. Focus on how happy Polly is. And it doesn't take long for you to come up with several capitalistic scams so devious that Vera might simply waive the fee if you told her how the corpses of all those communist theorists were furiously spinning in those graves due to you. Drinks that are one but for the price of two. A free drink but you have to buy glass that costs 15 bucks. Literally robbery. Man, running a successful business is easier than you thought. Holy crap, Nez, we did it! I think. I'm still super high. It looks like enough money though. And it is, you ponder to yourself as you eye up the keys of the Bugatti Veyron, formerly owned by the abominable snowman. Well, now we need to find something to do for the rest of the period. Don't worry, boo, I got an idea. And she does have a fantastic way for both of you to fill the time. You spend a fabulous 40 minutes swimming in the pool of the money you've just created. Why, what else were you thinking? And in addition to Polly's respect and affection, you gain 2 charm for somehow convincing a fool to part from their money. And 1 money because, well, the fools parted from their money. What else can we say? Hooray! We helped out Polly! I guess we need to go to prom with her now.
It's party time! Let's do this!
We can talk about prom in a minute, boo. First, we need to talk in court. Anything you say can and will be held against you, so just say Polly. Don't flirt too hard, Polly. I'd like his blood to be pumping to the brain, not anywhere else. It's been an interesting few weeks, Nez. You've done the court quite a service. Plus, it's been super fun. Even Killian said so. Yes, well, it is true. You've been quite entertaining as well as useful. So to that end, I have an offer. Come be under me and Killian. We get to be bottoms to your tops? Yes, please! Good God, yes! Contain yourself not like that. Come work for me. Polly will be your captain, and you'll help grow the court. And if you're lucky, maybe you can be under us both. Sexually, of course. And so you joined the court full-time, trading your silver token for a golden one. And you know what? You thrived in that environment. It was immoral, illegal, and ethically dubious, but you took to the work with gusto and passion. In a short period of time, the court was in a strong position. It was far from the top player, Vera would never allow that, but it was strong enough to remain independent, profitable, and challenging. The court took its place between every crime family, as the irreplaceable asset and neutral ground to everyone, too useful to replace and powerful enough to influence. And at the end of the day, what else could you ask for? Besides a casual polyamorous relationship between yourself, a ghost, and Faye. Well, don't believe the rumors, but you might have just gotten that too. Hey! That was a fun mod! We became part of Killian's court. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Polly's drug cooking skills proved useful and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Her greatest inventions so far, watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country. Joking, he became an athlete, duh! He's still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and good-hearted as ever. Liam kept doing art so hard, he eventually evaporated and became the concept of coolness itself. As he left the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. For those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Try to loosen up your mind, get ready for a finish blast. But feelings to vanish. The fun is to flourish.
And that was just one secret ending to the Court of Killian Dúbh. If you friendos enjoy this mod, leave your comments down below and like and subscribe so we can grow our channel together. Also hit that notification bell to always stay up to date with our videos. Until the next episode of Monster Prom, my name is Nez and thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye friendos!